Hello everyone, I hope you've had a good Christmas. It's only 6 minutes away from it being Boxing Day for me, so while I'm recording this, okay now 5, but I want to talk a bit about the casting call I did a few days ago. So, I have been thinking that I really should have thought a bit more about before doing the casting call, because I've decided to pull back the casting call. A casting call video may or may not remain up, I've not decided. If it remains up, then I will have a cancelled thing beside it. Cancelled and closed. And if it goes down, then it goes down. This is mainly a thing for the people that have applied. None of them have sent auditions yet, but I was thinking, with how many characters are going to need lines, I basically only left the narrator and Edward and David, basically just the narrator and Edward, because they were going to be voiced by me, and that was basically it that I'd be voicing, and we have like 7 other characters that needed to be voiced. Of course not everyone's going to apply for them, and the thing is that it was a lot of work. It's a lot of work. There's just a lot of lines in there, and because I'm not setting them out like we have the narrator dialogue, then we go, then the next line down you have duck, the two, one line in the air, well, not one line, one dot in the air, one dot on the bottom. I can't remember what they're called. I think it's a colon. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what it's called. That's the dot in the air comma on the bottom. I don't know. I'm not. Over the years, I've started to forget what all terminology is. Sorry. I always struggle with plurals and nouns, so I forget what they are sometimes. But no, isn't a noun noun's describing something, isn't it? And then plurals and multiple. I think. Never mind. But it's not that. It's not like duck those dots. I don't get onto the conversation again, and then that line of dialogue, then back to the narrator dialogue, and such and such and such and such and such all the way down. It's very much laid out like a book. You have the narrator lines, then you go into the quotes. You have the line of dialogue, quote ends, and then we have what character said that line of dialogue. And the thing is that is going to be a lot of work for a lot of actors, and I've only gave them the pages for what lines they're on for most of them at the moment. Not all. Thing is, I did mention in the casting call video, you're gonna need Discord. The people I've asked for Discord now, one of them I didn't even realise it was from one of my friend's accounts, and I completely forgot he had Discord, but I sent him the lines. Dino Spike, hello if you're watching. Caden. Or Kill, whatever you want to be called. And then there was someone else who wanted to voice Donald. Again, I'm sorry, but you also didn't give me your Discord. It was said in the video you must have Discord to do the voicing. I made that very clear. You must have Discord. I said it multiple times in the video. But again, it's really only my friends, which were most of the people that were coming up for the casting, that had Discord. So this sounded so sad. But the thing is that with how many characters I need voicing, it's just going to be a lot simpler if I just record all the lines myself. I'm super sorry for all of those that wanted to voice and you didn't get a chance to. It's a lot of work to do. And honestly, it would be quite a lot easier for me to just scroll through each line of each character. And because it's going to be an audio drama, all it literally will be. It's just one picture. And all I have to do is sort out the audio. It's a lot simpler to do than that full video, especially with editing. Because editing, it can. I started the Northampton Railway episode 1, then it became episode 2, now it's episode 3, because Whistle's episode 2. But it's now episode 3, it was intended to be episode 1. I've started to work on about May this year. Soda Online's updated their Gordon model since then, so you see the old updated Gordon model, for about most of it. And there's so much stuff in there that, you know, is... I think it's sort of in a wonderful kind of style, so that makes things a lot harder. I'm only on like halfway through editing the episode, and I'm not even done with it yet. I need to finish everything on it yet, and I still haven't had a chance to. Thing is that I'm even planning to use old footage, so I can't delete most of the pictures. So I can't delete all the pictures that I've used up, because some of them I may need to use again. Even ones that I know I won't need, I'm still keeping them in case, in case I delete the wrong ones as well. And back to the audio drama. So the audio drama, it is still coming out. Alright, it is still coming out, but I'm going to need to just do it alone. So I'll be handing out an apology to everyone that has auditioned. In fact, I'll go to my YouTube channel again. It's just a black screen for you, but for me, I'm going to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to go to the casting call video. Right, so I'd like to give out an apology to Dino's Pog, Nathan Imagination. He's probably the oldest friend I have on these here. No, I think he is. We have John calls, sings, he asks to be Donald. We have Angelo, a duck, Flying Scott, and we have Nicholas the B12. Oh wait, no, Nicholas just asked if is it to voice characters. Or he said, I don't know whether he was me. I still don't know, even though he's replied. He said it is to voice the characters. I don't know whether he's telling people in the comments section to make that a bit easier for them, or if he's asking is it to voice characters. So yeah, but I'd like to say sorry to all of you guys. It's a lot of lines, a lot of work. I'm actually going to count how many characters there are, going back onto my YouTube channel again to check, because I've just gone off. Oh, there we go. Right, we had Gordon, that's one, James, Duck, Donald, Douglas, the Diesel, the Falcon Shoulder, the Vicar, the main characters, driver and fireman, and a workman. That's 11 characters. Then we have Edward, who was voicing who I was going to be voicing. Then we have the main character, who I did offer to Louis. He said yes. So now, yeah, I'm also sorry to you, Louis, for this. And we also have the narrator. That's 14 characters, including the narrator, if you count him as a character. That's 14 characters that need to be voiced. 12 by voice actors. That's a lot of work. That's a lot for this audio drama. And it's going to be a lot easier if I do it myself, so I will be handing out an apology through this video, of course, and I'll be handing out an apology to everyone that said they were going to do their lines, and if you've sent your lines, I'm so sorry. No one sent their lines yet, I don't think, but if I finish this recording, and now, like, Nathan's sent me his lines, because I know he said he was going to do them. He's the only one I've actually had confirmation he'll do. I know everyone has said that they'll do them, but I trust Nathan the most to do these lines. So yeah, I'll probably have to tell Nathan first. Like, it's stressing me out. But yeah, I'll see everyone later, and I suppose I may as well tell you what this will be more like. So we're going to get a bit more optimistic. So the audio drama series will be called the David Jones series, and this will be the David Jones audio dramas series 1. Now, there were meant to be 7 stories this season, but I've condensed them into 3 stories. Honestly, I've been doing quite a bit of writing recently, and I found out that my writing style much better suits chapter-like writing. It very much suits novel-like writing, which means a longer format, but it's chapter-wise. And in that case, I think when I do come to do the captain, that's going to be so much better doing it serialised. I was originally going to do it like no-ho, but once I finished writing the second episode, I knew how to make it serialised, so I went back and serialised the first 2 episodes, and then every episode after that was serialised. I've had the script written for like a year or 2 now, so it's going to be a bad season. But I will get series 2 done, and it will be a lot better season. I really, really hope it will. But in the audio dramas, we're going to have a story. Of course it's like multiple stories, but if it helps, just say them in like chapters. We're going to have the first part will be so this is all in the first audio drama. We'll start off with the introduction, with a bit of a prologue. We'll then have the titles, the introduction. We'll then have the repairs, the first one. The encounter with James, the encounter with Gordon and Emery, the encounter with Donald and Douglas, and that will be it. So yeah, no Thomas, Percy or Toby in the first audio drama, and there's not going to be a story with Edward either. And when I do come to the second audio drama, Thomas and Percy will likely get stories, but probably won't do one for Toby. Thing is that I generally see the main character getting along very easily with Edward and Toby. I don't see him having much trouble getting along with them. He's around Edward's age, really. He's very near Edward's age. Actually, when was the K2's built? K2 Loco. Can't spell locomotive. There we go. Furnace Railway K2 Wikipedia. Alright, Wikipedia. If you're gonna load, please tell me when. Come on. This is a 12-minute video. Alright, so only 8 were produced. Wow, they were built in 1896, 6 of them were, then 2 were made in 1900, so that's 1896 at the earliest. Now let's go to this engine's class. It's like Edward's being a 440, so yeah, that's got you thinking, hasn't it? So 1896 was the first time the K2s were originally built. So let's keep that in mind. 1896. Don't say 1996, it's 1896. When were the... Thing is that this railway class was... Oh, same year, he's as old as Edward. 1896. Okay. That's a surprise. Well, yeah, he's as old as Edward. Although he has a lot more memory issues. I'm going to talk a little bit about the main character. So, he does have some memory issues as he's gotten older. His memory has deteriorated, and so he tends to not be able to remember much about his past. He can remember things, but he doesn't remember much. He also can he basically never remembers what any of the engines' names are. He always mixes them up with another name or making up a name. And for most of the first audio drama, right up until the Donald and Douglas encounter, he doesn't remember his own name. So I will say his name is not the old engine, His name is not what Duck refers to him throughout the story. It is what's revealed in the Donald Douglas encounter, alright. So, but then I assume it will be rather obvious for you eagle-eyed people. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So yeah, I'll be writing a second audio drama at some point. I'll probably get recording all the audio drama lines now and stuff. So yeah, I will say though, this engine is named after the designer of this locomotive class. Got you thinking now, haven't I? So it's not a real locomotive, it's not based on a real one. Well, it is based on a real locomotive class, but it's not a real locomotive, I mean. So yeah, anyway, see you all next time. Bye.